Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your fearless leader.
You got it, dude.
Let's go.
All right.
And here we go.
Hello, welcome to the Here We Go podcast. I am not Trent King, as you can see, but Trent will be joining us momentarily. So I'm going to fill in for him for a couple of minutes. And we've got the world famous DMC3, David Korub. And of course, if you follow Twitter, you know I don't even know a good word, the irascible Colin Phillips. How are we doing, fellas?
What is up?
What's up, guys?
So, hey, looks like a little bit of news brewing here. Mike McCarthy, whenever he talks, doesn't seem to want to mention one Mason Rudolph. What do you guys think of this?
Yeah,
Don't all talk at once.
I didn't want to talk over Colin if he's about to talk. But it looks like he wants to think about it a little bit. So, it just seems like every time the guy talks, it's either Aaron or Howard. Like he never brings up Mason Rudolph. So like, I feel like he's in his head. Howard's the number 2, and he's jumping him ahead of Mason, or they don't see Mason as being a part of this quarterback crew, and they're gonna fucking cut him or trade him or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just strange to me. He always says Howard. He never brings up Mason, and if he does, it's like and Mason. It's like, what the fuck is that? So I don't know. I personally think it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what Colin thinks, but I'm really of the opinion that they should cut Mason Rudolph immediately.
Okay.
Colin, what do you think about all this?
Well, I think it's got to be like, I feel like the only reason why Mason has survived this long as a Steeler has got to be some like Rooney thing, some like loyalty to Colbert. I don't even know what it is, because I feel like out of all the backup quarterbacks that we could have had last year for Arthur Smith's system, he should have been at the bottom of the list just from a fit perspective. And it's even lower in McCarthy's. And the fact that McCarthy doesn't even mention his name, like, he's not even viewed as a starter or even a viable backup to half the teams in the NFL. So I don't know how he's been on this roster so long. That's really my only opinion, because I'm not a Rudolph guy. I don't want to be a Rudolph guy. So I don't know.
This past season was probably the worst he's ever. I mean, like, literally 2 games, first pass, interceptions. Like, I don't know if I've seen anybody do that before, where literally both the games you get to come in for, your first pass is an interception, back to back. Like, that's hard to do. So, there is
Trent is
the
here.
man, the myth, the legend.
Theoretically.
Bam, there he is.
There he is.
What's up?
Trent, we're talking about the Masonites.
The Masonites. There might have been a different word in there, Bob. I'm not sure. I might have caught something there at the beginning of that, but we'll go with Masonites for now.
Yeah.
So we're talking about how basically nobody in the organization wants to acknowledge that this dude's still on the team and under contract. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Is that kind of where we're at with this thing?
Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Like,
I mean, I think they should cut him. I really do. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now. I really think just move on. Just immediately. Because if you're going to go with Will Howard, you cannot have the Masonites out there going, well, Mason's better than Will Howard. No shit. I mean, I want him gone. I want that era to be over permanently.
Totally agreed. Could not agree more.
Yeah, look. Somber here with the Thompson better than Rudolph.
Kent Graham is better than Mason.
And like, to talk about, like, you know, because somebody's going to make the comment, oh, well, the Steelers need to take 4 quarterbacks into camp, but that one of them doesn't have to be Mason Rudolph. Like, you know, Skylar
Right.
Thompson, to Somber's point, is going to be right back in free agency. You could bring him back to be QB3. He's more than serviceable in that role. And then you could get one of these guys in the late 6th, 7th round in this draft, or pick up a second free agent to bring in as a fourth camp arm. You don't need Mason Rudolph to be there. We've seen it. It's already done.
Plus, if you bring back Skylar Thompson and drafts in Pittsburgh, then, people who visit Pittsburgh have somebody to beat the shit out of at the local bar.
We're going to bring Ireland to here, huh?
Yes, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, on the prowl is a devoted Masonite, apparently. So, Trent, I know you had a whole bunch of stuff you wanted to talk about. I was filling in before you got here.
Oh, God, yeah, somewhere in there. Let me get I didn't even get my day was a mess. Have you guys touched? I mean, you guys just only been on for 6 minutes now. So, have we talked about Gainwell's potential return? Some of the comments from Omar Khan
We literally
today.
nothing.
We were saving that for you because we know how much you love Kenneth Gainwell.
Well, Bob, I know you were kind of like on board of bringing Gainwell back into the mix. If we don't get Jeremiah Love in the draft, that's your boy. But what do you guys think about bringing him back? Because his numbers are like all over the place. But if $3 million is the number to bring him back into the fold, like that's almost a no-brainer, isn't it? Based on what we saw last year.
Depends on how you KJ fans feel.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm just saying. I heard about it all last year. Oh, KJ might be the starter and all this other shit. So, do you guys want Gainwell to come back, or do you want KJ to be the number 2? You have the.
I mean, based on last year, KJ's got to earn that, doesn't he? I mean, the play he had from last year didn't live up to a 3rd-round grade. I mean, I think that some of that was based on the fact that Gainwell took off, and I don't think he really got the opportunities to really get any head of steam. But and we all know Tomlin held that grudge just because of that on that kickoff. I mean, that kickoff basically ended his season.
Yep.
I still think there's a lot in the tank for KJ, but you haven't seen it on the field. So bringing another running back into the mix, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it at all, whether it's a rookie or a guy like Gainwell. I'm not bringing Gainwell back for $8 million a year. I've seen that number thrown out there for him too. I'm not doing that. I'm not paying.
I've seen
both 15 million for your running back room. That's insane.
I mean, if I can just throw a stat out there. So here's why, and Trent, you're right. If it's the right price, I'm okay with Gainwell. But the guy made less than $3 million his first 4 years in the league. He was a 5th-round draft pick in 21. He got paid 1.7 last year. So if somebody comes along and offers this guy $5 million per, I don't see how he can financially turn it down.
True.
Whether he loves the organization or not. At some point, you just got to do what's right for your wallet and your family long term. I mean, he actually does need to feed his family. Maybe he can take some of Cam Hayward's food out of his pantry and feed him. But yeah, I do think I would like to have him at the right price point, but I'm just as okay with going with a couple rookies. Maybe give KJ another shot. There's guys down in the draft who we can bring in too.
How about Lou Nichols? Somber's bringing up his boy Lou.
Yeah,
I think Lou had a lot of the same problems that KJ did. To be perfectly honest with you, I mean he's different back, but like he wasn't very good in pass pro. He didn't do very well in backs on backer drills. I mean that's what kept him out. I mean, you think about like
he looked fucking really good.
Yeah, well, with the ball in his hand. He's got bursts. I mean, don't get me wrong. The kid's got bursts, but at this level, it's the same thing. Dude's, I'm spacing on his name. Who did we call up last year at the end of the season? The running back who was a veteran.
My guy. What's his name? I can see his face.
Yeah. Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon.
Yeah, there we go.
We kept bringing Trey Sermon into the mix instead of bringing Lou up and that's why, because he brought some special teams value as well as he was a better pass protector. I mean, if Lou figures that out, KJ in the same situation, he's got to figure that. Oh yeah, Somber did put it up there. Sorry, I missed it, Somber. Yeah, those guys have a shot to make a roster because Lou had a lot of burst. I mean, he looked fast on the field.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
So I I guess so my kind of take on the Gainwell thing, I feel like Gainwell was certainly, I don't want to say a product of the overall system, but I think was a product of how Rodgers wanted to play, and just the fact that it was, a bunch of dump offs and shit like that, to where I don't think Gainwell's actually as good or nearly as good as what his production showed last year. He's not a guy who's going to perennially get 70 receptions, right? He's not a guy who's perennially going to have, what was it? How many all-purpose yards did he have? I thought I saw somewhere it was like 1,200 or something. Like 1,200 all-purpose yards. He is not a guy who's going to have a perennial 1,200 all-purpose yards. He was a backup for a reason for his first 4 years. Again, for a reason. I just don't see it with him. And to answer just like Trent, there is not a world where I am giving him anywhere close to $8 or $9 million a year. Just no chance. No chance at all. He was a product of how Rodgers wanted to play. I appreciate his efforts. Like Tomlin always said, I appreciate his efforts for this year. But I want nothing to do with him. You do not, and I hate the fan base every time I see this. You do not, and I mean do not, piss away a third-round pick by not playing Johnson his rookie or sophomore year. You do not piss away third-round picks ever.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna piss around a third-round pick for a 26-year-old 5'8" guy who only had 1,200 all-purpose yards because 75 catches occurred,
It was just 1,000, by the way.
okay, 1,000.
Great.
Then I want nothing to do with the organization.
So
Straight up.
basically, they should have never made the pick at all. That's where we're at with this. Basically, they should have never drafted him if that was their intention.
No,
Was to
think of the
never
wide
use-
receivers we could have had with that.
Yeah.
Or the corners, man. What is the deal with not taking a corner till the 7th round? What's that about?
I know.
Like, what is that
Yeah,
about?
I know.
Well, in fairness, they did sign Darius Slay.
Ah, yeah.
Bob coming in from the top rope on that one.
Look, I was wrong on that. I was a huge Slay supporter.
I was gonna say you were the guy. That was your dude.
Yeah,
I thought he
was
would play
wrong on
better
that
than you did too.
one.
So, is there a price where you guys want Gainwell back, or is Colin, to your point, is there just no price, no nothing? You don't want him in the building.
I mean, if he's willing to do like 2 years, $8 million, go for it. Sure.
Okay.
But that's about my cap.
Yeah,
I'm
totally
around
agree.
the same. I was gonna say around 3. So
Yeah, because I think like the other thing with KJ, if you are going to give the kid a chance, and I see Somber put in there that McCarthy said he likes KJ. That kid he's one of those backs that gets better with touches. So like these games where we saw him, he had 3 carries for 8 yards. That's not a sample size for a running back like him. Like if you watched him at Iowa, he got better as the game went on. He was one of those guys that kept getting better as the game went on with touches. And if you want him to be a part of your team, like he's got to be at least running back too. And that's where Gainwell comes out of the picture. But if you can get a guy like Gainwell who played the way that he did for $3 or $4 million, it's almost hard to pass up. So it's a catch-22. But I would let KJ battle it out if you're going to get Gainwell for $3 million and just see what happens.
Let me ask you a question because you guys are big KJ fans. If I told you right now you can go back in time, knowing what you know now, don't you run to the podium for Xavier Watts?
Yeah.
Who went 7-8 picks later.
I was on the record, and I think, Colin, you were right there with me. I didn't want a running back in the first 4 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you could get a guy like Bashal Tutin in the 5th round, somewhere in that ballpark, where you could go get a guy. And I even brought up, man, I've been up since 3:30. My brain is not even working this morning. Oh, Kyle Monungai. I brought up Kyle Monungai last year in the pre-draft process, and look what that kid turned into as a backup running back. We could have had something like that as a 7th round pick, where you're not investing in something high, and use that 3rd round when you didn't have a 2nd round pick on something that was much more of a need at the time. You signed Jaylen Warren to multiple years. I didn't understand the running back pick at the time. Now, I actually liked KJ in college, but I didn't want a running back that high.
I was just about to bring it up. They could have got Somber's boy. Is it Krosky Merritt? If I remember correctly. Yeah, they could have got him. I forget what round he went, but it was after the third. I know that.
Yeah,
Jeez, is 7th?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
But-
I didn't know it was that bad.
I mean, just some big names right around him. Xavier Watts, big miss there.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah, Upton Stout, who played pretty well for San Francisco, was a contributor.
He did.
Kamari Dikey, or however you say his name, the lesbian. He
Shamir
turned out to
DK.
be he turned out to be a pretty nice little wide receiver for Tennessee. And then Bajal Tootin and Chunk from the Goonies, right in order there, kind of.
Chunk from the Goonies.
Yeah.
Man, Bob is coming full
Bob's
back
on a
today.
roll. On a roll, baby.
So yeah, I mean, look, to Colin's point, do you waste a third round pick? No, yeah, I mean, but you can't just at the expense of, if you can get something better,
Yeah.
Force him out there. But then again, who knows?
We'll be
Maybe
interested to
he-
see what McCarthy and them do. Whether
think
they want to
he-
give KJ legit reps as the number 2 or not.
I think he could have a role as a short yardage back. Maybe that's how you phase him back in.
If I had to bet, I,
think
don't think
he-
Gainwell comes back.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Or I guess I don't think so either.
Someone's
Yeah.
someone's gonna pay him. They're gonna pay him more than we want to pay him. That's my
I
opinion.
actually think
He's going to get overpaid because of the product of what Rodgers wanted to do last year.
I agree with that.
And just to throw it out there, I saw today people mocking, I think it was on the Rich Eisen show I was listening to, saying Jadarian Price could get into the end of the first round if he runs what everybody thinks he's going to run at the combine this week. I mean,
Look at Bob.
he is a beast. I don't know that I want him in the first round, but man, if he was still sitting there at 53, that's another guy that's going to be hard to say no to.
Stop.
I knew it was coming. I knew Colin was coming.
He's big
I was
and
waiting.
strong and fast. He's not Jeremiah Love, who is, but he might be the second best back in the draft. He really might.
These looks are priceless.
I think you need to go back and watch. He had a stretch this year where he had 18 carries and 9 touchdowns on the 18.
Brother.
And it was not from the 1 yard line where he ripped off 20, 30, 40 yard touchdown runs.
Do you want to know what's funny? Is that on using the NFL mock draft database big board, Love and Price are the top 2 ranked running backs in the draft by them.
Yeah.
Swear to
Very
God.
similar to Ohio State last year. I think the kid from Washington might be a little better than Price.
He's the guy I think is the second best in the class.
Jonah Coleman, I agree.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah, but okay, so just wanted to make
Of
one
course.
point on the whole 53 overall fucking gimmick. Dude, we have myself and Dave Ribeiro as the wide receiver 2. We have no left guard. Our left tackle is a total busted guy that we traded up for who probably won't even play until October due to a neck injury. We're going to trot out 29-year-old James Pierre and 26-year-old Brandon Eccles to start on the DB room next year. Our strong safety is going to be either Kyle Duggar or David Korub. Brother,
Duggar-
I don't like
Duggar's not even on the roster either. He's got a void year. He's a free agent.
if we take a running back before the second pick in the 5th round, I will not watch.
What,
I
which,
think it's nuts.
which round?
The second
Wow.
pick in the 5th round. We have 2
Oh my
picks in
God.
the 5th round back to back.
Yeah, we shouldn't be taking a running back. I don't want to run him back until after the 4th round, to be honest.
Unless
I'm not interested in one.
Unless he's falling in some mocks. I don't think he's falling because I can't find one draft expert who does not say Jeremiah Love is the best player in the draft. If somehow Love was there at 21, I don't give a fuck. I want that guy.
Yes, we
Single
know.
wing. I want Jeremiah Love.
I actually would consider Love at 21. If he was there. He's not going to be, but if he was, I would kind of consider that.
For me, it depends on who's on the board.
That too. Mhm.
It depends on the board for me.
If he falls, that means every wide receiver is going, I think.
Yeah, that's true. But in
Mhm.
light of recent news, I will say, Jordan Tyson isn't going to be testing. What do we think?
He's fallen.
Yeah,
I think he's fallen in this draft.
And he's
He'll
starting
fall
get
to 20.
projected.
He'll be there at 21. I'm saying it right. He
52.
will be there at 21.
Do you chance
He
it?
might be there
I
at
would.
53.
Do we chance it? Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm chancing that all day.
I'm asking because of the medicals, guys. But
Yeah,
I'm chancing it.
for sure. I mean, if you can get a guy who has that potential in the first round at pick 21, I'd take the chance and just hope the medicals hold out.
And
It's
we
worth
already
it.
know Armar will chance the medicals. He did it with Fotanu. He's done it with a couple others. So we know he'll chance it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The real question becomes if he is there. And we all know they can say whatever they want in the mocks. Love isn't getting down that far. But
No.
if Vega is there and Tyson, that's where I think you get a real debate. Because Vega
Yeah,
might be
I
the
get
second or third best player in the draft.
I just think that wide receiver's a bigger need. They've got to get this. They got to figure this the fuck out. It's been 3 years. Like, they got to get a number 2, period.
Wait, Vega Ioni's your third best player in the draft?
Yeah. As of right now, I think he is. I think he's like Booker last year. I think Booker was probably the best player in the
Overall, or
draft
you mean
last
for
year.
Steelers?
Overall.
Oh, really? You got him ranked that high?
Yeah, but guard, you don't get positional value. So I understand why people will let him drop down the board, even though he might be, like just like Jeremiah Love, running back positional value. It doesn't matter that he's the best player in the draft. He ain't going. If he's lucky, he goes in the top 10. But realistically, he's going in the top 15.
Yeah, I was just asking. I didn't know which one you were talking. Like, I didn't know if you meant from a Steelers standpoint or a regular. But that's big. For you to think he's that good, to have number 3. Whew.
Yeah, he's very fundamentally sound. I would be ecstatic with him.
I think it'd be an interesting decision. I think it'd be an interesting decision if a guy like, let's say, Mansour Delane drops in this draft. Maybe he doesn't run the elite corner time. Maybe he's not in the 4.4s. We're throwing out some hypotheticals here, Colin. Hypotheticals, okay? Bear with us. Calm down over there.
Colin don't got time for your fucking.
Yeah. If he falls in Ioni's there, are you taking the guard or do you want another potential lockdown corner across from Joey Porter Jr.? Because there's guards in free agency.
Yeah,
saying, guys, the board decides this for me. Like, it just depends on who's there, because
it's not a good enough class to pick favorites.
Yeah.
To be totally honest, it's just not a good enough class to pick favorites. Now, I will say, if Jordan Tyson is there and Pittsburgh passes up,
yeah,
I don't know what I'd do.
Well, if we told you no Jordan Tyson, but you turn around and get Omar Cooper in the second, and maybe Malachi Fields in with one of the thirds, pretty good consolation prize there, don't you think?
Omar Cooper in the second? Absolutely.
Yeah, I like Omar.
Yeah, for sure. There's a chance he moves into the first. I know Colin brought that up a while back, but
yeah,
you're starting to see it. You're starting to see it more. I started a trend.
There's more steam picking up behind that for sure from like national guys they're talking about where these guys are ranked in their top 50 and stuff. He's gaining a lot.
Daniel Jeremiah just put him at 19.
I saw that.
Well, that's a good question by Vaughn. Boston in the first or Cooper in the second?
Cooper in the second.
Yeah, I think I'd actually. I don't know.
Well, if I
really
like
like
there
Boston.
in the first, yes, but
if you knew for sure you're getting Cooper in the second, then I'm cool taking someone else and getting Cooper in the
Daniel
second.
Jeremiah's top 50 drastically changed.
Yeah,
there was some guys that dropped big time. Did we not talk about that? Is that maybe what I was thinking about? We didn't talk about Sunday. Did we bring up Jeremiah's the top 50?
No.
Or you guys do?
No.
Wow.
We didn't do it.
I can't, because that was when I saw that shit. I was like, whoa! There were some big names that in January was in the top 30 that are not anymore.
Tyson is so. You watch this tape, he's so good, but I mean, and he just seems like Mr. Glass. He just seems to find a new way to hurt himself.
Which one?
Jordan Tyson.
Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
Could be interesting.
I think it's
Correct.
gonna. I think it's gonna depend on his medicals. Whether if the Steelers feel good enough, they're gonna take him. That's the way I look at it.
I think this draft, much like every other draft, is going to have, once the first receiver goes off the board, you're going to see a string of them in the first round. And then it's going to be interesting to see where they play out in the second round.
Say
I
something
could see
crazy
5.
happens. Say something crazy happens. You have a choice between Tyson or Lemon.
Lemon.
That's
Ooh.
Or as I like to say, Lemon.
Yeah, Lemon.
I'm still taking the high upside in Tyson. I know the medicals are a concern, and I really do like Mekhi Lemon, but I think Tyson, if he stays healthy, he is the one true, unquestioned X receiver in this class.
But what if you sign Alex Pierce in free agency?
Well, then you're getting
That would be
Lemon for
stupid
sure.
as fuck.
They're saying that they're going to franchise tag him anyways. That they're not letting Pierce even test free agency. So,
A lot
I
of
think just
national
because-
scene picking up on him too. I heard some. I think I heard this morning, or maybe it was yesterday, that there's people starting to think he's going to get $30 million.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I think I go Lemon just because of the medicals. If I have the choice of the two, yeah, then I'll go Lemon. But if it's strictly I just get Tyson, then I'm going to take him.
Well, let me ask you guys this for a second, since we're kind of talking all hypotheticals and stuff. So, Omar Khan did not sound extraordinarily optimistic about Broderick Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to move tackle way up your list at this point? Because that if that's a real concern, Colin just mentioned, you may not see that guy until September, October. Are you really? You can't go into the season with just Dylan Cook, right? Like you have to have another guy to compete and be a solid starter. Do you go in free agency and get the kid from the Packers? Do you draft in the first couple of rounds at tackle?
Or Caden Proctor, 21, baby. Let's go.
And Colin's going to blow a gasket today.
I only do have to fuck with you, Colin. I do it for the expressions because it's too good. It's too good.
I mean, for me, there's only 2 tackles I take in the first round, and that's Mayaga and Fano. But that being said,
yeah.
Because those are, hey, you fell way too far. What the fuck are you doing here? I got to take the best player available. But it sounded to me like the more I heard about Dylan Cook today, the more they think he's the starter.
Wow.
I wouldn't mind going in the year with Dylan Cook. I thought down the stretch last year, other than Houston, he was pretty good. So I'm fine with that.
I don't disagree.
I think we should go swing tackle on day 3 for sure. Somebody who has experience playing both. The Fawi Noe, however you pronounce it, from Wake Forest. Corb's guy, Isaiah World from Oregon. There's a few.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah. I would rather just do that too. I'd rather just middle rounds, grab a guy, got high upside.
You just have such an absurd amount of picks where it's like you can afford to, I don't want to say waste a pick, but use a pick on, a swing tackle in the 4th round. We just have so much.
They're
right.
there. So yeah, I don't disagree.
Broderick becomes the 10th out of 11th first round pick to not have his option picked up for the Steelers.
You know what? That's a good thing to bring up, Bob, because now with that injury,
you can't do it. You can't. I love Broderick. Everybody knows I love Broderick, but you can't do it. You can't. He might be done.
Faltanu's going to save that streak. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I think Carmen will save that streak too. I thought Broderick was going to save the streak, honestly, until the neck injury.
James Dunker, that's a.
You know what? If I'm being honest, I thought Broderick was going to save the streak too, dude. I low key did. I was like, franchise left tackle.
Or even just
But-
serviceable left tackle. You don't have to pay franchise left tackle price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Jennings Dunker. I love that guy, but I think he's a guard.
I agree. And if I'm going to draft a guard in the second round, I'm going to draft a true guard. Like a guard, not a, oh, he was a right tackle, kick him inside type bullshit. Draft a fucking guard. Like, draft a fucking guard.
Yeah,
Like, I'm so tired of seeing Steelers fans be like, yo, just draft this right tackle, kick him inside. Like,
Well,
fuck off.
But here's
You
my
gotta
problem.
guard.
I want them to draft
Draft a
legit
guard.
guys. That way we
Right.
have them in place when we draft our franchise QB next year. That's my thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Draft
Let's
a
do
fucking
the
guard.
opposite of the Bengals. Let's have those guys already in place for our franchise quarterback, so he doesn't get
Yes.
killed. Good Lord.
Yes.
I,
The teams who can draft, like a good example of this would be like if a team like the Vikings were to draft like Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon. And I use that example because that's a team that has it set defensively on the roster to where they could draft a Cooper DeJean type player who like played free safety in college, but can be that nickel DeJean type in the pros. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pittsburgh isn't a good enough roster or doesn't have good enough personnel, frankly, a good enough coaching staff to waste a second rounder on a right tackle because he's got a cool mullet and red hair and be like, kick him inside to guard. Like, just pick a fucking guard, dude.
Well,
pick a
not
fucking
the
receiver. Pick a fucking corner. Pick a fucking linebacker. Like,
well, he is
You know.
projecting a guard, though, at the next level. I mean, it's not just Pittsburgh. Who
I think he could easily play tackle.
I still think his best position is guard because I don't think the arm length's going to be there. It's like Will Campbell. Will Campbell would probably be a great guard. He's an awful tackle, and the sooner New England realizes that, the better off they're going to be.
You know what? That's something that I don't think we got the chance to talk about. I think he sucked in the playoffs because he's still hurt. But you got to understand, the regular season, he was actually a pretty solid tackle.
So is Stroud. Stroud was a really good quarterback, apparently. And
He was a terrible quarterback in the regular season this year.
Don't ask Dave. Dave will tell you different.
I'm just saying, like. But I think the way that the playoffs and the overall postseason went for Will Campbell is really shadowing the fact that he really did have a solid year in the regular season. But
T-Rex arms will Campbell. I love it.
I think more people should do this with failed tackles, though, because look at what Becton with the Jets. They kicked him inside, and all of a sudden the Eagles. He turned into not an All-Pro, but a Pro Bowl level guard, and the guy's going to have a nice career now. When he was kind of a bust,
he was pretty terrible this year in L.A.
Yeah, Andres Pete was another one of those guys who started pretty bad as a tackle and kicked inside and had a better career, but it doesn't work for everybody though.
Right.
I mean, it really
Just
doesn't.
Sitting
not
there
automatic,
and drafting a guy in the second round, just assuming it's going to work. That's kind of my problem. Is like I don't like pissing away, especially with how mid the roster is. Just pissing away a second round pick on a tackle who can kick inside. To me, that's just a gimmick.
If you had your 5 starters on the offensive line and you wanted to take a guy who's going to transition to guard and he's going to sit a year behind somebody to make that transition happen,
go for it.
That's a better situation to take that pick. But if it's going to be a guy that you want to plug and play day one and you're not bringing back Isaac Seumalo on a 1-year deal, then it doesn't make a ton of sense to me, because we saw Mason McCormick, who was a lifelong guard, 4th rounder in a small school guy. I'll grant you that, but he was a guard his entire life. He struggled as a rookie. You're asking a guy to come from tackle and make that transition.
Come from right tackle to left guard too, and that's I don't think enough people are talking about that. Like the Steelers fans, like, we'll just put him at left guard, the right tackle.
Yeah,
the guy who played like 1,000 snaps at right tackle in college, move him to left guard to start in the NFL on day one. Like, I just, I don't. My thinking cap is off.
Yeah, the left guard is a good point. If you're kicking him to right guard, I think that's an easier transition.
Yeah. My thinking cap is just not working.
And You
can't
could
fuck with
theoretically do that because Mason actually was a left guard all throughout college and started here as a left guard, honestly, when Sam Mullet was hurt. So
I thought he transitioned really well to right guard this year, though.
He did. I don't think I would move him if you can avoid it. I think that's like your last case scenario is where you want to move him back after what he kind of settled in that right guard spot.
And like the last 20 years, we know that we actually will have a competent offensive line coach. I shouldn't say the last 20. The last 5 will have a competent offensive line coach who might be
definitely
able to
the last
pull that
5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys see some comments about PQ coming from Omar as well?
Yeah, I saw some people were. You mean the chat?
No, well, not just the chat. I'm talking about what Omar said in Omar Khan said today. He basically more or less said he knows that PQ likes it here. He wants to be here, and they want him to be here. So from all of the talk about a potential cut candidate, PQ does not sound right now much like a potential cut candidate if you take him at face value.
Why would they cut him?
No.
17 mil per.
He's only got 1 year to go, so you could get out of it without a dead cap hit.
Yeah.
Right. But my thing is, like, you went from a stale Tom and Austin system to a guy who doesn't even have a system. He sets a system based on his guys. So I have a really good feeling that Patrick Graham's going to set a system to revolve around what PQ can and can't do well, because that's what he's done his whole career. And yeah, I'm with Vaughn. Like, what do you think the GM's going to say? Oh, fuck this guy. Right. We're cutting him tomorrow. Like, what do you really want him to say? That's why I don't watch these press conferences, because it's like, oh yes, he's really going to talk about how terrible this player was this given game.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really going to talk about how overpriced this defensive end is. Like, what do you really expect him to say?
Didn't he also say Kenny's our guy and traded him a week later?
A week later.
Right. So, like, what do you really – this is, again, like I say this all the time. My thinking cap just isn't working, because what do you want him to say? Oh, PQ underperformed the last 2 years. Fuck that 17 mil. He's out. Like, what?
I wanted
I'm sorry.
That, yes.
Wouldn't you love some honesty? He comes out, look, PQ might be good, but he's too stupid to wear the fucking green dot. So we're going to take that off of him, and maybe he'll be good this year.
What is Vaughn all mad about? Y'all suck? What?
He said we need Dave up there.
Why?
He's on Dave's bandwagon now.
Yeah, until Dave says fuck Omar, and he's like, why you always say bad stuff about Omar?
Well, what was it? 2 weeks ago, we did a move on from Patrick Queen special episode.
Glad I was not there. I'm so glad I wasn't there.
You think he's worth 17 mil per, Colin?
I don't think he's worth 17 mil, but I like having him on the team.
We kind of arrived at it if he restructured.
Yeah, if he restructures, okay. Okay. But
if I told you right now, we get Sonny Styles, which we probably won't. But we get Sonny Styles, we say goodbye to Patrick Queen in a hurry.
Bro, I have a horrible feeling that Bob's like honest mock draft would be like Sonny Styles in the first, Jared Price in the second, Garrett Nussmeier in the third. Like, I just want to strangle this guy.
No. I hate Garrett Nussmeier.
Don't forget Malachi Fields. Don't forget
Malachi Fields in the second. Oh my god, dude.
Malachi.
Dude, we have to give that up. We have to give that up.
If Malachi Fields runs under 4.5, he's going in the second.
Not to Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna love it.
Yeah. And I'm not off the Omar train, but I'm not exactly happy either. And you know why. So
it hasn't been a total disaster. Are we really in a better position now than we were in May of 2022 when he officially took over?
Yeah.
Are we really?
Omar, yeah, I think we are a little bit better, but
by how much?
Well, the trenches on both sides of the ball.
We have more hits in the draft than we had the last 3 years.
Right, but the skill positions are significantly worse.
That's true. That's not where they attacked. They attacked the draft through the trenches first. They built this thing out just like they did in Philly. Now, did he definitely make some misses in free agency with like wide receivers and things like that? Sure, absolutely. But they kept Freiermuth around. I think he was underutilized. I don't think Freiermuth's a bad tight end by any stretch of the imagination. Darnell
great
Washington.
tight end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so, he didn't get rid of that guy as a skill position player. Quarterback's been the biggest shit show out of the entire mix. Colin, they're coming for you. Hide.
Yeah.
I did
They
that.
found him.
We're turning this into a fucking Omar versus Colbert fucking thing again. Stop it. Next.
Next. All right. All
This
right.
is Bob's.
actually-
This is Bob's fault with the siren and stuff. He showed me this stuff.
Yes. Well, just one
God.
quick thing, though. Omar at the press conference today talked about exactly what Colin's talking about. We don't have the luxury with this roster to pass on a good player for a hope, which means sounds like projects may not be in the works in this draft.
And they shouldn't be.
He stopped short of calling the roster mid.
That's fine.
Might not be
I
wrong,
call-
honestly.
I call it how it is, man. I like to call spades a spade. It's not a good roster. It's just not.
It's not good enough. I agree. It's not.
Right. I mean, how many of our most valuable players are over the age of 27? All of them?
Well, my thing is that you have the highest paid defense, and we expect that to mean they're going to be the greatest defense, and they suck. Like they're bottom half in the league.
Yeah.
So like,
And again, they're all old too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, how many really like truly good players do we have under the age of 26?
More than you think.
Sure.
what?
But
Harmon,
when Harmon's truly a good player right now.
Harmon, Herbig.
Fatanu. Or you want to just go down defense?
I was- I'm just thinking
Herbig
defense.
doesn't start. Okay on Faltanu. Yes on Frazier.
Joey
Maybe
Porter?
on McCormick. Okay.
I would definitely consider McCormick good. And
JPJ?
I think Peyton Wilson is good. I think
Is he?
Darnell Washington
He was a
is
pretty
good.
disaster this year.
Who? Which one?
Peyton Wilson.
Oh,
He was a
I
disaster
said
this year.
I said JPJ. I thought you were saying JPJ
Yeah.
was. I was like,
No, I love Peasy. Peasy's fine. But Peyton Wilson was a fucking disaster. Derek
Peyton
Harmon,
Wilson.
pretty below average for a rookie.
Well, I've been bitching. They don't have an actual elite linebacker, an off-ball linebacker. They don't have a complete guy. You
No,
have
they don't.
Either
Yep.
And they haven't in what, 15 years? 10? No, not 15. That's not fair.
well,
Just under 10 years.
they had Shazier, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that was just under 10 years ago.
Was it? Jesus Christ, time goes by.
Yeah.
so
Not
fast.
wrong.
I didn't realize. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
And
crazy.
if you really
I
want to
didn't
get
realize
into
that long ago already.
if you really want to get into it, Shazier had way too much Palomalu in his game and didn't have Palomalu's nose for the ball. So they tried to turn Shazier into the new Palomalu. So
Shazier was so much more flawed than they gave him credit for.
yeah, I mean,
You missed a lot of
loved
tackles
watching
too.
him. The problem is he was just learning. He was still he was not playing what would have been his best football. That's the problem. You could see the path, and I think too many people played Madden and saw the 90 speed.
Devin
Well,
Bush, top 9 linebacker by PFF, guys.
The other thing
Pretty good
is in college, Shazier
Colbert hit
did
on that
not
pick.
play in the middle.
Yeah,
He did not play in the middle in that Ohio State defense. He was on the edge a lot of times. So
He was a
that
Sam Buck
transition.
backer.
So yeah, that was a transition for him, and he was still learning that position for sure. All right. Here's the biggest question, because it is lie season. So everything Omar says, anything that the coaching staff says, we all know it's pretty bullshit. But it was said, so let's talk about it. They're not going to wait on Rodgers like last year. Do you think that they know something about Rodgers? Do you think that they know that they can't wait for Rodgers because if he doesn't come back, then they don't have a shot for a guy like Malik Willis? Or do they just want to know who they would have to draft if they don't get him?
I think he's going to let them know by free agency, because then they'll know whether or not they want to go after guys like Malik Willis or one of those other guys. So that's what I think.
I think they already know. I think they already know what he's doing, and it will be a big clue when free agency opens, if they go after people, Aaron's not coming back. If they don't, you can pencil it in. He's coming back because they are not going to wait till the draft to address quarterback.
Vaughn's like you, Bob, where he's given specific dates.
Yeah.
March 9th, baby. March 9th.
I said June last year. I'm telling you now. They know. He's told them, I'm good. I'll come back. But I think they want to keep it under wraps. I think he wants to sit out OTAs. I think he was like, hey, look, I'm telling you I'm coming back, but don't put my business in the street if I start skipping, preseason shit.
Colin, what's your thoughts on that?
I hope he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to hold? Do you think they're going to hold to a deadline? Because last year, I mean, they just gave the guy free reign. Like, hey, as long as you're here by the start of the seasons, what they basically told him, you're our guy. Now this year,
I think how they handled last year was. I thought how they handled last year was spineless and bullshit. I think if they do that again, I won't watch because it was spineless.
That was pathetic to watch.
It was
How they
pathetic. It was
just-
spineless. It was
they
pathetic.
Waited till the very last, like praying to God this guy says yes.
They
That was
let him put his dick wherever he wanted to and sign the papers whenever he wanted to. And that was my big problem. And then to perform like that was just bullshit. So no. If they do this gimmick with Rodgers again, you won't hear from me for a while.
There's something I want to say, but I don't want us to get banned. So go ahead.
Yeah, it's not a gimmick. It's not a gimmick, though. I mean, like last year, and I kept saying it all along. They know it's private, and he basically told them, "I'm not fucking coming to OTAs. Fuck you. I'm 42 years old. I'm gonna come. I'll be there at training camp, and and I know. But and this would have been. Think about it. If he had signed in March, and then okay for the OTA, and then says "fuck you," I'm not coming to OTAs. What's the national narrative? It's oh my God, Aaron Rodgers not a good teammate. Blah blah blah. He knows what he's doing. He's managed the media. That's why they had this big love affair with him in the press, and why they all say they love him. Is he the best?
Perception though was bad, Bob. Even if they knew, like say they knew for a long time, which I think there was a report that they actually knew. The perception though was still bad. Without us actually knowing that, it still was a bad look.
And if the reports are true, where they tried to press him, and he turned around and said, "Look, if you can't wait on me, no hard feelings. I get it. Move on."
But hey, Tomlin played best friends with him, and he loved how Tomlin, respected him and treated him like a friend.
Mike McCarthy
Talk about
delivering
spineless.
And we
Talk about spineless Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, but if at that point, if you decided at the free agent crop last year that, hey, we're not doing Justin Fields and we're going to get Aaron for $7 million less, but that means we got to put up with the bullshit of everybody looking at us and saying, oh, what the fuck, make a deadline. Then okay,
I will
we'll
say,
do it.
Aaron played way better than Justin Fields, so I'll give you that.
The bar's in hell.
The bar's in hell. Yes, you are correct. The bar is extremely low. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's ask the first question. Should be a pretty easy answer out of everybody, but the second question might be more interesting. Is Aaron Rodgers your top option for any of us? Because he's not for me.
Like who we want? No.
Yes, out of any, doesn't matter, free agency, through the draft, trade, whatever's on the table. Is he your first option? Anybody?
Not. I mean, I would prefer Malik Willis, but I just, the more I look at it, the more I mean, I know Vaughn and I were on him early, and then Trent converted when we did the War Room. I would love it. I just don't know. I've seen all the takes of, you can't pay him $20 million. That's fucking, if you're not on a rookie deal, that's about as cheap as you can pay a fucking starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, unless you're dumpster diving him like we do in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Is Aaron even your second option?
No.
Yes.
He's your second, Bob?
Yeah,
for the
based
three
on
of us,
what else
we're all
is,
no.
well, based on what else is going to be out there, do I want Aaron over Kyler Murray? Yes, I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers than Kyler Murray. Do I want him over Tua? Absolutely.
Look, boys. Look, Omar Khan and Mike McCarthy have been watching Will Howard's practice film. They know what they got. We got the A+ draft pick. He's fucking number 2. Let's go.
That's why they're projecting Ty Simpson.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mel Kiper wants them to get Ty Simpson. That should tell you everything you need to know.
He's not the only one. Ty Simpson is a
I did see another one.
for me.
I forget who it was, but I did see another one that had him going to him too.
Yeah.
Hard pass. I'm good.
Yeah.
The only reason I even asked that question is if he's not your absolute number one guy, then who the fuck cares? Don't give the guy any more than the start of free agency. If he's not your number one option anyway, if he's not ready by then, go get your number one option.
And that's why I want it by free agents. Like I want it by the starter free. That way they can go do what they got to do.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. At least with the Arthur Smith thing, you had the argument that Dave made last year with, well, he's not here for OTAs. He's not going to learn the offense. Yeah, the offensive genius can't figure out Arthur Smith's fucking offense. He knows this offense. He doesn't need to show up for this. But come on, you guys all have to admit, if he does sign and he doesn't show up for OTAs, all the national shows will be talking about is how he's a bad teammate.
Yeah, they'll be
he's not coming to camp.
They'll be attacking him, but as long as he just signs, like I don't want to see him drag it out. And I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to let him know this time by free agency.
Yeah.
Do Yins buy the whole Omar gave him a deadline?
No.
Me neither. I don't buy it either.
I kind of do on that one. I kind of.
Omar Khan told Aaron Rodgers.
I think they want to construct. I mean, from his standpoint, now I don't know if Art is in agreement. That could be a totally different argument. But I think if Omar Khan had his way, yeah, he wants to know by the start of free agency because he's got to build his roster around who's going to be here. So the free agents that he signs are going to be reflective of who's at quarterback. So if you have a guy like Malik Willis, who's an athletic quarterback, you might go after some different options in free agency than if it's Aaron Rodgers in free. For example, do you want to bring in a rookie guard and potentially a rookie tackle to compete if Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback? Or do you want to shore up that offensive line with veterans who know they can protect Aaron better? Whereas if it's Malik Willis, you can scramble. I mean, he could attack his free agency differently based on who the quarterback is.
Mm-hmm.
I think every team knows now, just heavy blitz packages, and you're going to get to Aaron, and it's going to be ugly.
Well,
yeah.
Don't discount the fact that he had absolutely no one to throw to. Absolutely.
What?
He had no one to throw to.
Oh, no one to throw to. Okay. I get what you're saying. That's why, like with who has said that they better get him weapons. You damn right.
Tyrone, yeah.
That's the only chance they have.
Look, when he played with the Jets, he threw it to Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams. He pushed the ball down the field a little bit. He wasn't throwing checkdowns to Breece Hall. But who the fuck did we have? I mean, you had a bunch of shit. Adam Thielen comes off the street and becomes the second wide receiver. And let's face it, he was actually the second best wide receiver on the roster at that point.
I mean, let's give Gainwell some respect.
He plays running back.
Like I said, he was the number 2 wide receiver.
He might have been the best route runner on the team, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
We know they're getting weapons this year. We know they're going to sign one, draft one, maybe 2. We know they're going to get people. I mean, if he's coming, even if he's not coming back, still sign one, draft 2.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you need 3 receivers on this roster right now. There's no options there. Do you guys want to touch on this a little bit before we get out of here? JPJ.
I really wish we'd done 4 and 100.
What did that average out to? I forget. What was it? We did this the other day.
I think it was right around. Wasn't the top market? Was it 31?
It was going to average
33, 34.
For this one, I think the one we did the other day, I thought it came out to 32, but
I would do. I'm with Bob. I'd do about 4 for 100. I do 25 mil a year for JPJ.
Yeah. So
That's what I said the other day.
problem is the contracts go up, not down. And as much as I hate it, I wouldn't. I think we should have offered him the day after the season ended when you can technically negotiate. Florio brings that up all the time. I would have gone to him before the playoffs and meant for 100. You got it? 50, we'll guarantee you 50, and just signed it. But they wait now. Let's face it, he's top of the corner market. He's top of the corner market, so he's going to get more than Stingley. He's going to get more than Gardner. That doesn't mean he's better, but he's going to get paid more.
He's going to
Trevor
get
Lawrence ain't better than fucking Patrick Mahomes.
He's going to get top 5 money. He just is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he will too.
Does he have the balls to walk if they don't?
I think he would. Because why? I mean, what's holding him here outside of the legacy of his dad playing here? But his dad eventually left. It's not like his dad finished his career here.
Mm-hmm. Unless you want to count his stint as a linebackers coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. He performed so well, he ended his career.
He did do a great job as linebacker coach. His bar fights didn't hurt any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JPJ for 25.1 in the GM pool? I like it.
Yeah, I'd take that. Holy shit, I'd take that.
What about the report of Darnell for 8 for 24? We know Dave's not here, so we know he hates it.
Can I be honest? I'm shocked it wasn't higher.
What was how many years?
Our 3 years for
3.
24.
All right, because you said 8 for it screwed me up, Bob. You said 8. I was like,
8 million
8 years.
per. Yeah.
8 million
All
per. Yeah.
All right. What are the top tight ends getting paid nowadays? Around 15 mil per?
I think the kid from Minnesota who's more of a blocking tight end, I thought he got around 9-ish.
Hawkinson?
No.
Isaiah Oliver.
Oliver, yes. Thank you, Colin. I was trying to think of his name.
Hawkinson, I think is not black. He's more than that, but
Oliver, I thought got around 9-ish, and I thought because of his contract, you might see Darnell get 10. I kept saying I thought Darnell was going to get 10 million per, but if you lock that dude up for 8, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, if it's half of what the top tight ends in the league are getting, then I don't think it's that bad. Because they don't really unleash that kid like they really should, if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm. You saw more of it this year.
A little more.
If he was getting paid $8 million, he'd be getting paid about $200,000. It looks like Oliver's average, according to Over the Cap, is 7.75. So you'd be right around. So he's getting paid like Josh Oliver, Colby Parkinson, Colston Loveland on a rookie deal, Zach Ertz.
Yeah, and Con said he'd take 20 Washingtons. I thought that was an interesting comment.
He probably wants to stack him across the offensive line.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how well you could run the ball with 7 Darnell Washingtons out there?
Oh my God.
That would be
exactly somber.
9 Darnells, 1 Zach Frazier, and I don't give a fuck who's running the ball.
Colin, what do you think about the tight end contract here in Darnell?
Sorry, I got a couple bets riding on a 67-65 game.
Let it ride, baby. Let's see what happens.
Well, I think Muth is paid adequately. I probably would give Darnell $10 million a year. Yeah, I'd give him 3 for 30.
Okay.
Yeah, the projection is 3 for 24 though. So
that's a bargain.
That would be a definite bargain.
I'd give him 3 for 27 and kiss him on the cheek and right after.
Yeah,
that's a bargain.
Yeah.
3 for
Yeah.
27 for Darnell is a bargain. So
I'll kiss
I'll
you
take
right
it.
on the lips, Kenny Rogers.
What he said.
I mean, Jonnu has got an average of 12 according to Over the Cap, just $90,000 less than Pat. You got to figure we kissed that goodbye, and then we just pay $8 million for Darnell. I mean, that's a fucking bargain. in the
Janu's
draft.
got to be gone, right?
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
how are you
has
going to
to
pay
be.
Pat that? Pay Washington what they're projecting? There's no way they're going to keep Janu around, right?
No. Well, plus they got to save money for Connor Hayward. I mean,
you know, in
I'm gonna-
fairness,
I'm
ring
gonna
that's
hit
who
that
Cam
fucking
was
siren
talking about
again.
having to feed, and that's why he needed more money. He's like, hey, they're going to make me pay to keep Connor on the team.
he's got to pay out the signing bonuses.
This-
Got to have a sacrificial lamb to make sure we got Connor on the team.
Oh God.
Hey, I'd be interested here because, you know, Colin likes the freaks. If Eli Stowers is there at 53,
God, at 53, what?
What?
Why?
Wait, I missed it. What's wrong?
Why would we draft Eli Stowers at 53?
The tight end?
Yes.
because he's a beast.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So is
Gotta take-
so is
Got to take
so is
DPS.
Cassius. So is Cassius Howe. So is David Bailey, the edge out of Texas A&M. Are you taking him at 21?
I do not. I am not a fan of Bailey or Howell. I wouldn't go. There's no edge I love enough besides Reese, who I would actually take in this first round. I think the edges are all way overrated. Now it could change the more I watch, but I don't think any edge besides Reese is a lock in this first round. I think Bailey could be, but there's a little projection here with how he's going to do. I don't see. I would love all those guys in the second round. I think there's going to be some major swing and misses on edges in the first.
Please do not draft a tight end at 53. Whatever, dude. Would you take? Would you take?
Would you have
Kenyon
taken
Sadiq
Tyler
at
Warren?
21?
Would you have
Huh?
taken Tyler Warren?
No,
Wait, last
'cause
year?
there's like 7 other bigger fish to fry. Would you have drafted Tyler Warren after we paid Pat Fryermuth, traded for Jonnu Smith, and drafted Darnell Washington the year before? Would you have?
Based
No.
on Arthur Smith's offense, if he'd fallen to 21, I'd
No.
have given it serious consideration.
When did they do that deal?
Bro, you would not
Was
have
it
done
before-
that,
wait,
bro.
Was
It was
it
after
before
the
or after
draft.
the draft? So it was after the draft.
Yeah.
Because I think, if I remember correctly, I was high on Warren. Like, I would have been okay with it.
Yeah, you and Dave really wanted to take it.
Yeah, because we didn't have that trade yet.
Yeah.
No, we
Because
did not.
when he was saying all that, I'm thinking, yeah, where was I that high? That makes more sense now. We didn't have those junior yet. All right, yeah, because you got to remember, Muth going into that wasn't doing much, and it might not have really been his fault now that we look back on it. But I'm just saying, like at the time, Muth wasn't doing much. They wouldn't really unleash Washington, and the Janu thing didn't happen yet. So yeah, the Warren thing to me, because I thought Warren was that good, and it turns out he was.
Yeah. What about, even if you don't want to name 3 specific guys, but what 3 guys or maybe 3 positions even in free agency do you see us attacking?
That's a good one.
I think we'll go get Brisker or Curl.
I agree with that one.
Okay.
I actually think we filled corner out with a free agent as well.
So corner,
Thinking
wide
Watson from
receiver.
the Chiefs.
Could be. He could be one of them. I honestly, it's hard to tell because I don't know. Like, obviously, Tomlin had an archetype. I don't know if we're going to have that same type of, like, we want certain positions or certain, archetypes in that room now, or if they're just going to kind of, Graham kind of works with what he's got. He might just look at whoever's the best available. So
corner, wide receiver, and
Safety.
I think those 3 are the locks.
I think we're going to sign
wait.
at least one corner. But I think all three of those are locks to be.
So my question: if we go with a safety, are we bumping Ramsey back to corner, slot corner?
Yes.
Is that what you're thinking? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And he sounds like he's not going anywhere either. From
Yeah,
again, you take it with a grain of salt, but he
gotta
said he can play. They think he can play on the outside, according to them.
Kirkon, these guys are the greatest players of all time.
All of them.
He's not one of them.
He's not missed. They're all worth every penny.
If he's trying to trade any of them, of course he's going to talk them up.
Yeah.
But I think you got to get either one of those guys. Like if you bring Queen back, you bring Ramsey back, as long as that comes with hey, now you're 2 or 3 years and we're dropping you down to $10-12 million per. Okay. I don't love it, but at least it doesn't handicap the roster. The one thing we do know Omar won't do is, I mean, he makes contracts you can get out of. So I think the biggest thing has to be, and I love Doubs, so I want Doubs badly. And I think we just have to make him a big offer, and if it's true that Pierce is really going to get $25-30 million, you come to Dowds and say, hey, look, we'll give you 18 for 3 years and hope to God he just jumps on it and takes it. Because he's probably going to be, the second, third tier down as far as the.
You would pay Romeo Doubs $18 million a year?
The top wide receivers get $35 million, so I'm paying half of what.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like.
Yes, I personally, I think Dowds is the best free agent.
You know what? Fuck it.
Well,
I think I would too.
Hey, I was gonna say, by the time if you assume the Colts,
I love Doubs. I love Doubs in Green Bay. I loved him.
Yeah.
I loved him for Jordan Love. I thought he was awesome.
I have his number 2, right behind Pierce.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and if Pierce gets tagged, he becomes top outside of maybe Mike Evans. Depends on like how teams are gonna look at this. He's probably your top target because he's so young.
If they release Pittman, then it gets interesting. I think maybe that pushes him down. He wouldn't push down on my board.
Where the fuck's he at?
But I could see Pittman jumping to the top of the market if he suddenly became available.
Huh.
Yeah. I think that kid's got all kinds of crazy upside. I really think he's a number 1 wide receiver. I just think he's buried. And not even really buried. He played pretty well in Green Bay, but they've got 11 wide receivers who are good.
Dobbs market value per spot track, 4-year, $48 million. Average of $12 mil per.
See, that's fair. I would say I'd probably pay Dobbs like 14 at most. Probably wouldn't go as high as 18.
Spot track sometimes is weird with their numbers depending on the player.
Yeah, I'd give him 16. That's fine.
Yeah. You got to pay, and I think you still have to pay Pittsburgh tax.
Yeah,
so,
right.
With McCarthy here, though, I don't know that Pittsburgh tax
it might help.
Is as bad. He's a passing guy. You're an 11 personnel. Even if Aaron comes back, you got to assume it's more favorable than it was in the past. I think Dobbs' price is going to go up. If the Colts tag,
if they tag,
I think his price goes up.
Cowboys are going to tag.
He could end up closer to 20.
Who's the other one?
Look, as badly as a lot of people want us to take number 1 at wide receiver, you don't go crazy. But with the thing, do you not call an offer the Jets the first for Garrett Wilson?
No.
I think
that's a guaranteed number 1 wide receiver, and it's just this year's one, nothing else. We're just going to give you pick 21. You give us Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson and DK Metcalf would be a nasty combo.
It would. It definitely would.
So, what do you think Garrett's worth calling? A 2?
I'd give like a 2 and a 3.
2 and a 3.
The thing about him,
I've always been in the boat that Garrett Wilson's pretty overrated.
Is he though? Look at the fucking guys he's had throwing to him.
Sure, that kind of archetype of receiver I don't love either. I don't know. I just let me see if I did this. I did an exercise where I went through all the top receivers. I don't have it.
83, 95, 101 until last year when it really fell off the rails. And in fairness, he was hurt.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's had multiple injuries.
Mm-hmm. True.
He's had multiple injuries. He is like 20. He's probably what, 27 now, 26.
I'd say
he
he's
played all
25,
17 games his first 3 years.
26.
Sure, but again,
Yeah.
I
25. It'll be 26 when the season.
I don't know if I'd pull the trigger on a first. Maybe I'll go 2 seconds, but I think our first round pick in Pittsburgh this year is just too valuable. Yeah, like Tyrone. I already threw out second and third. I think I'd do 2 seconds for sure. 2 seconds and throw in like a player. Yeah, go for it, dude.
Yeah, Roman Wilson looked great with the Jets.
Yeah.
Calvin
really
Austin,
what?
fucking stud.
I mean, I just think if you know you're going wide receiver at 21, Carnell Tate or Garrett Wilson. It's Carnell Tate, or I'd say Garrett Wilson.
I'd take Garrett Wilson in that scenario.
Lemon or Garrett Wilson.
Lemon.
I disagree. I still think it's Garrett Wilson. Lemon's probably not touching inside. He's not going below sub 4.4 in the 40. Garrett Wilson's a slightly an inch taller, probably maybe 2 inches taller.
6 foot, yeah.
He's a little. I'd say they're built probably similar in relation to their height, but he's in the 4.3s. He's faster. I think he's a better route runner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm going to do a first, and personally, I'm just telling you right now, I haven't picked one since Antonio Holmes. It's not impossible we do it, depending on how the board fills. But they've only picked in the franchise history. They've only picked wide receiver 9 times in the first round. I mean, that's a long history. We ignore the first round wide receivers. So, and honestly, outside of Santonio Holmes and Lynn Swan, we don't do a good job picking them in the first round. I'd make an argument that Plax was good, but he didn't finish with us. So, but after that, Troy Edwards, Charles Johnson. Johnson had a nice little career, but so they want to sign Dabbs and Cooper.
Dabbs, and I think draft Cooper.
Yeah.
I'll take that all day.
And throw Trey Lance in at the end. Or not Trey Lance, but
I was like, why are we getting Trey Lance? Is he the QB4?
We're going to convert his ass to wide receiver.
You get his brother to actually play wide receiver.
Yeah.
There you go.
Were you trying to say Bryce Lance, sir?
I think that's.
I was trying to say Bryce Lance.
Absolutely.
Although I think Trey Lance could have a nice second career as a wide receiver.
Never know.
Get Anthony Richardson as a fullback.
Oh, good God. Don't get.
I hate Anthony Richardson.
I was going to say, I don't know if pun's in here, but don't get pun going with you and the Anthony Richardson stuff.
Yeah. And it's more, well, if you brought him in for strictly one play, the tush push.
Oh, here we go.
Well, or
and we know how much I hate Anthony Richardson.
Or you could bring in 240-pound Will Howard, and he accidentally could throw the ball and complete it at a higher clip than 50%.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. We already got our tush push.
There's several things that Will Howard can do.
Or we're saving $11 million on Jonnu Smith, and we're going to give it to Connor Hayward.
Yeah.
The Spartan Master.
The Spartan.
This one's for Somber. Could Will Howard punt?
Oh. Somber was trying to get a punter in this conversation earlier.
If he can punt, now we're talking.
Bring Ben out of retirement. We saw him do a punt.
Yeah. It could happen.
Oh, shit. we're definitely way off the rails at this point.
Yeah, it's time to.
Do you guys have anything else
No.
where you wrap this thing up?
Yes.
Colin, you're fully invested over there. Anything else before we wrap up?
No, clean 7 p.m. slate for this guy. So
How's the bets going? Are you winning?
clean 7 p.m. slate. Just need the 9. Got 4 games that start at 9 that I need to work for me, and we're good.
Good luck.
Best of luck, buddy.
Thank you.
We're all pulling for you over here. Even Bob.
Eli Stowers at 53. Jadarian Price at 21.
Winning.
No.
Fucking winning.
But hey, you got to admit, if Sonny Styles is sitting there at 21, you're taking his ass.
Eric McAllister at 76.
It might be a little early for McAllister. Don't hate that, but I'd rather that.
At least he doesn't hate it.
Yeah. No, I like him.
We'll talk separately about the Eric McAllister agenda, my friend.
Take care, everybody.
That's definitely
we got plenty of time. Come on the Sunday show. We can bring that up.
There we
all right.
go.
I think we're wrapping this thing up finally. So, for all of you who are still watching in the chat, shockingly, thank you for watching. As always, like, share, subscribe. Our viewership keeps coming up. We appreciate you guys. So share that shit. If you want to see Colin's fantastic mustache, keep sharing it. He'll keep coming back. Till then, have a good one, guys.
And just like that, I left everything. See ya!